Well, good afternoon. Welcome back to Travels with John. I'm on the trail right now, just traveling through the woods. And up near the place in Durham, North Carolina, where Falls Lake meets the Eno River. Sort of just into the Eno side of things. And I came across this washing machine just sort of out in the middle of the woods. And when I come across things like this, especially way out in the woods, I'm like, what story does this washing machine have to tell? I mean, what happened in some person or some family's life that this washing machine kind of made it out this far? Now, this particular place, you can sort of see off to the distance there. There's some more machinery or something over there. But I was kind of dumbfounded when I saw this, because this is pretty specific. I mean, how do you get it here, for one? I mean, there's some train tracks down there. I don't know if you can see that through the trees, but there are train tracks here. And, I mean, what, did someone like have it in the train? They're sort of getting a free ride on a train, like in a boxcar, and they had their washing machine with them, and they just decided to jump off right there at those train tracks and hike it up the hill and put it here. I mean, how did the washing machine get here? How did the washing machine get here? It's just one of those mysteries. Well, I'll probably never know. And man, it has a story to tell, I'm sure. Like, what happened that someone decided to take that washing machine and haul it here, of all places, and just dump it? I mean, I'm out in the middle of the woods. There's nothing around here that I can see. So anyways, well, that's interesting. I do see, I just saw over there off to the left there, some sort of structure. So that helps the mystery a little bit. That was someone's home, most likely. It looks abandoned now. But even then, I mean, they had to haul that thing. Let's say it wasn't that home. They had to haul that thing all the way from that house right out to there. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't see that house off there when I was walking in this direction I'm facing now. But when I came back and just looked off to the left, then I saw that. So still, what's the story between someone hauling it out of that home right there? Let's assume that. It looks relatively abandoned, I'd have to say. There's some other structure there. Maybe that's a barn off there through the woods. So yeah, something's going on out here, some human civilization. But still, to haul it off into the woods, I mean, that took some effort right there. What's going on there? So anyways, these are the mysteries of life. These are the things that we can ponder as we walk through the woods on this fine Saturday. I believe this is November 15th, 2025. And, when when I'm driving along the road and you see an abandoned car, like say you're on the interstate or a country highway, you see this car over on the shoulder, and there's one of those like orange stickers on it, which sort of, I think, is the sticker that the Department of Transportation or the police or whoever is monitoring these abandoned vehicles, they'll put it on the car when they first notice it's abandoned. And maybe, okay, that means, hey, this looks to be abandoned. No one seems to be coming to get this. And then maybe they come back a week later, and if it's still there, they just haul it off the road. I'm not sure, but I see often on cars, say even the wheels are off of them on the side of the interstate. I mean, what happened there? What happened that someone, I guess it's an abandonment and then a theft. Okay, maybe we got our answer on that one. Maybe that doesn't have to go into the category of life's great unsolved mysteries. But still, the original abandonment is always fascinating to me. It's like, what happened in someone's life that their car broke down, or they had an impasse of some sort. They had that decision, that moment of decision where they said, you know what, I'm just leaving this thing here. I'm just leaving it here. And, sometimes they look like pretty worn out cars, but sometimes not. They look like they got life left in them. But some situation happened where that car got abandoned. And so we just, we got to roll with it. I've got this idea for a book, a story. Maybe it's a short story. This guy is on a road trip, and say it's sort of the whole East Coast, and some of it he's going to do interstate, some of it he's going to do sort of country roads or state highways, so he's not always on the interstate. But anyways, point is he's going more or less the whole length of the East Coast. Let's just say he's starting in Maine and going to Miami. Let's make it go that way. And every so often, maybe once in every state that he's in, he comes across, while he's driving, an abandoned vehicle. Just off to the side of the road. And he's like me, this guy. Maybe this is me. Maybe I'm the main character of the story. He's asking himself, what on earth happened that vehicle got, what happened in someone's life that they stopped on the side of the road and that was it. They're not going back for it. Forget the insurance, forget the registration, forget the plates. They're way out on a limb, man. They're not worried about the follow-up. All the government agencies that, want the plate if you no longer have the car. Insurance, registration. I don't even know if it's legal to abandon a car. Maybe, I guess it is. Looters, robbers, the money they've put into the car, and something happened, some major situation. Maybe it broke down, but they're just at a point in life where they're like, okay, that's it. I'm not going to fix this car anymore. It's just the last straw. But there's a story. There's a story behind every one of those abandoned vehicles. And as the guy in my story comes across each of these abandoned vehicles, and it sort of has that wondering. Basically, the story pivots and tells you the full story behind that vehicle being abandoned right there. And that, you could go into a lot of different directions with it. You know, family problems, drug abuse, depression, illness, financial issues. I mean, all the things that we as humans encounter in this life. But he, you know, most of us, car breaks down, you know, it's a pain. You just got to deal with it. I mean, what are you going to do, right? You got to keep driving around most parts of the country. Got to keep being able to get to the store to buy food, and, get to different work activities. Even if you're a remote worker like I am, you still got to get to the customer site. You still got to get to headquarters from time to time, and you need your car to get to the airport. I mean, we need our cars. That's the bottom line. So, anyways, as he comes across each abandoned vehicle, it goes into that story. And so there's sort of a multiple stories within the main story. But as you go down the road, and as he stays at a couple different friends' house and family members' house, as he's having conversation with people on the road, you get to learn his story. And then at the very end, I don't know, let's say he's going to Key West. Let's just say he's going to Key West. Let's just keep going past Miami. And on one of those long highways connecting the different keys, his car breaks down. And as everything is turned out, he's at a point in his life and just the life situations where he just abandons the vehicle too. Right? So it's sort of it's like a fractal. It's like at whatever level you zoom into it, you're kind of looking at the same thing. So maybe I'd call that the road less traveled. I think that was that Thoreau? Two paths diverged in the woods, and I took the road less traveled, and that has made all the difference. I think that was Thoreau. Now, was that a book or was that just a quote in one of his other books? I don't know. It could be called The Road Less Traveled. Could be called Abandoned. Yeah, abandoned might be another interesting word. Just like that washing machine back there. Just like all these cars you pass that are just rusting out, orange stickers on them. They've just been abandoned. No one's coming for them. So anyways, that's what we got going on today. It's interesting how one thing triggers another thing in your mind. You can see Falls Lake off in the distance. Maybe that's the Eno River. I'm not sure. It's sort of a wide point in the Eno, if that's the case. But this is sort of the confluence of the Eno and Falls Lake. And I'm just making my way through the Mountains to Sea Trail. Sort of do a section at a time. And get all the way to the end, which is just west of, just east of Hillsborough, North Carolina. And then the trail proper, or actually the walking part of the trail stops, and you'd have to be on the road with cars to pick up the Mountains to Sea Trail, and it goes all the way to western North Carolina, but there's a good 70-mile stretch here around Falls Lake that's in the Eno, that's like a contiguous footpath all the way through. So I just sort of chip away at it 4 miles at a time, go from one end to the other. And I'm on my second circuit through, sort of doing all the segments. And I'm getting pretty well through it. So anyways, it's a beautiful day. Hope you're having a good day. And just something to think about when you pass that next abandoned vehicle on the side of the road. It's like, what's the story behind that abandonment? This is Travels with John. Have a good day.